Whether you're thinking about cutting the cord or already have, or you're just looking for some new sources of entertainment, today we look at 20 Netflix alternatives. First up, we have Vudu. Vudu is a streaming service. You could set up an account. They have many ways that you can view your content. They also have free movies and shows with ads, but you don't have to sign up and make an account to view any of them. They also have movies that you can purchase that are also movies that are still in theaters. And again, many different formats and stuff, as well as seasons of different shows and all those good things. You just go over to Vudu, hit the free section. You have a choice between movies, TV, news, family and kids. Let's just hit movies. And as you can see, a nice variety of things that you can watch for free. Again, with ads, of course. But yes, Vudu, a definite must-have on the streaming collection, as well as Sony Crackle. Sony Crackle's been around quite a long time. They are a totally free streaming service. You just go there. They have a nice variety of new and old. They also have a lot of their own content, Sony Crackle originals, that you can view. You can make an account to set up playlists and make different genre lists, and they will also, of course, like any other, try to steer things they think you might like in your direction. Crackle does have ads, but in my personal experience, it's totally doable, and they are not very frequent most times, and actually make for a good place for bathroom breaks or snacks. So Sony Crackle, another one that is a good one for your streaming list. Next up, we have Popcorn Flicks. Popcorn Flicks is pretty interesting. It's got all sorts of neat stuff. One of the things that I found being a retro gamer, was that it had a lot of cartoons and stuff from old games and stuff like that. Also very old cartoons and things of that nature, but Flash Gordon and stuff like that. But again, very cool to definitely check out, and it is totally free. The one that I was kind of surprised had a streaming service, the BBC iPlayer, quite the streaming service. Anybody that's into any of the British or English comedies or shows will definitely get into what is up on the BBC. They have all sorts of genres, different ways you can make an account, set up playlists, the regular stuff. But again, all of the stuff basically pertaining to, what you would see on the BBC. Next up, we have Tubi. Tubi's another good one. A lot of old stuff you can find on Tubi. Sequels you didn't know existed or needed to exist. just all sorts of goodies to watch. Of course, they have series and all sorts of things like that. Definite, yeah, again, a lot of old stuff that had forgotten about. Also a lot of kung fu movies, a lot of action, a lot of things like that. So if you're into kung fu and Chuck Norris and all those kinds of type action movies, and also, like I said, a fair amount of comedy, and but all from the big action heroes and stuff that we've all grown to know and love, or grown to know and hate. But either way, just the same, a lot of good things to be found on Tubi. I definitely recommend putting it on the list. Next up, one that's been around and keeps refining and getting better and better, in my opinion, is Pluto TV. Control your TV experience. Register now to customize your channels. You can do a lot with Pluto. It is back when cable was first a thing, everything was live. You could not rewind and stuff like that. So Pluto, in its basic form, is just like the way cable was set up originally. Like I said before, DVRs and all of the on-demand functions. But again, they do have an on-demand section. Another one I was surprised existed was Yahoo View. Yahoo, we all, or a lot of us know, was always involved with search engines and such things like that. And they had, I believe, like been bought up and, broken up or whatever the case may be. They've kind of just dissolved. Well, they now have a streaming service, and you can view all your favorite TV shows for free. They're also involved with Hulu, so there'll be a fair amount of programming that you would be able to find on Hulu. But at the same time, yeah, a lot of primetime TV shows, and a lot of just popular shows that are on right now. So it's definitely one that I advise at least checking out and seeing if you might want to put this on your list. Now, these next two are connected, but I kind of broke them up because they are kind of the same thing, but they're set up different. One is within the other one. But the CW, anybody that's into the CW programming or whatever, they have their own streaming service, which you could go check out CW programs for free. You get caught up on all your series and or start series maybe, and see what they got going on. Also, which is connected, is the CW Seed, which has a lot of cool programming that I saw that I didn't even know personally existed. I had heard about. Go check out the CW and the CW Seed. Next up, we have Snag Films. Now, Snag Films is more of your imported, award-winning documentaries, stuff you would see at the Cannes Film Festival, independent film festivals, Sundance, stuff like that. A lot of movies from overseas, again, award-winning type movies and National Geographic documentaries. A lot of neat stuff. If this is definitely the type of stuff that you like to view. You will definitely find something over on Snag Films, because they have quite a lot of documentaries, shows, just a lot of neat stuff to be seen. It's definitely worth going and checking out and seeing if you might find something that interests you. Snag Films. This next one is getting closer to the networks that we are all familiar with, used to. History Channel. In fact, why don't we go and do this? Zumo is a streaming service where you can watch a lot of your the networks that you would watch on your regular cable, and a lot you maybe didn't even know existed, especially without satellite service. Tons and tons of channels and shows and things to be seen and had on Zumo. It is a definite must-have for the list. There is so many networks and stations and channels that can be seen and had, and things I didn't even know had their own network and channels. It's definitely a must for your streaming list. Zumo. Now, most people that don't own a Roku or anything like that might not know that Roku has a free streaming service, which you can go watch live TV, as well as a lot of the programming that is featured on the Roku services and other such places. They have quite an extensive list of and variety of multiple genres, shows, all that to be seen on this. I was very impressed. I was thinking that it would probably be a really dumbed down version of it and not giving a whole lot. But as you can see, there is quite a lot of stuff. Viewster. They have many channels, videos, even blogs. Again, you can make an account, or you can just peruse through their extensive catalog of awesome content and see what they got going on. They have all sorts of content creators, shows, and mini movies, documentaries, stuff like that. And as I said before, you should be able to get your fix on on your anime, because they have quite a lot of anime that can be seen on Viewster. Very fun channel. Very especially for if you have some younger ones in the family, this might be a channel that you might want to put on the list, because a lot of cool stuff for the kiddos and for you anime fans, definitely. This next one, Comet. Comet's a channel that's been on cable for a long time. And now, obviously, in this new world, they have their own internet channel that you can obviously get on Roku, and you can actually go to the Apple App Store and get Comet. Now, you can watch the live programming that they have on. As you can see right now, they're in the middle of in between programs, but you can fine tune your programming by giving them some information, or you can just watch their live TV. They are if you are into old school sci-fi, you will love Comet. You can't find a better place right off rip for some nice old school sci-fi. That's what these people specialize in, and they do it well. They've done it for a long time, and they're still around for good reason. So I definitely suggest anybody that's into old school sci-fi, or just, just some good old B-rated fun, will definitely love this channel. And they do have newer series, as you can see. They got some Babylon 5. I'm not sure about any of the Star Treks, any of those, but they do have an extensive amount of sci-fi movies, news, and just all around goodness. Definitely gotta have comment on the list. Next up, this is where you can really fine-tune your streaming services. Now, again, we will do other videos about how to set up some of these, and try to stay as much off the radar while getting your programming, if that is if that's a worry for you. I think it should be a worry for everybody to know that they are watching. Just to know and know what to guard against is knowing is half the battle. But back to this. This right here is very neat, because this is where you can get your local news and your local programming. When you go to find a station, you can go right to your state and pick out one of these news outlets, or you can really fine tune it by entering in your zip code and actually manually search for the station. Now, once you got this all locked in, you have an account made or whatnot, it will always be able to just flip to the news like you do on regular cable, because it can be tuned in. And I know that's what kind of scares a lot of people from cutting the cord or is they don't want to lose their local programming, and they're kind of leery of these antennas and that type of stuff. They want to be able to just kind of do it all in one place, and that's understandable. And it can be kind of a turnoff to think that your entertainment is just locked into movies and shows, and that you can't get any local access. Well, you can. And this isn't the only service you can do this with, but this is one that is very it's very user friendly, and you can see right off rip that it's set up to really help guide you through wherever you want to go. Now, you can also watch stuff that's in other people's states and in other people's countries. So maybe you want maybe you're a snowbird, or maybe you have family in another state. You can program in multiple zip codes and stuff, so they can help refine accurate weather updates and stuff like that. So definitely one you might want to put on the list for streaming services to get up to the minute news and such things. This next one, First One TV, you can set up with all sorts of services. Let's see what we got here. Watch TV now. What country? Boom. Now you have access to all of these channels with what is on right now. As you can see, there is some channels that are locked out for my region. That is something we can also show you how to get around. A little too extensive for this video, but even with all these few channels here with the locks, you can see there's an extensive amount of channels to get caught up on, and just sit down and watch TV like you would paying a cable company. First One TV. This next one, Fox. Fox has its own streaming service. Obviously, streaming all of content you would find on Fox. Now, Fox is one of those channels I was telling you about earlier where it is free, but they will only allow you to watch so much before signing up. Now, they let you, I think it's a few hours of how it works and how they give you the programming and what it's set up like. It's very user friendly. They have a lot of content, a lot of cool stuff can be found. It's anybody that likes any of the content that Fox plays will definitely get into Fox. The streaming service. They have it broken down into genres. Of course, there's a ton of their seasons of their shows. So, if you are a fan of Fox Network, they have their own free and easy to use streaming service. So, yeah, Fox for free. Next one is ABC. Naturally, that's content that you would find on the ABC network. I don't know very many shows. Well, we know Nathan Fallon, and this guy, and that show. The old new Roseanne. That's another story for another day. So, yes, ABC has its own streaming network of shows. You can also, again, make an account and check it out. But you can also just go in and check it out and press play and see how it all works. I haven't dug into this one as deep. I've checked it out a little bit to see how it works, and it's very user friendly. If you are a fan of any of the content that's on ABC, I definitely recommend putting this on your streaming list. These last two, you need either a Facebook account or a library card to enjoy. But whether you feel good, bad, or indifferent about Facebook and its security issues, it is growing more and more in the area of streaming entertainment and shows and TV series. It has been adding TV series all the time, such as Angel, Buffy, and other networks and news agencies and shows are now looking at Facebook as a viable place to stream their programming. So at the very least, with watch parties, it has become a place that you can also enjoy movies and shows with friends and family. So Facebook Watch, another place where you can go watch some pretty cool series and content, and of course enjoy it with friends and family. This last one up, Hoopla. Hoopla is where you can enjoy all sorts of TVs, shows, audiobooks, movies, new, old, some just out of theaters, a lot of stuff. Now there is a limit to what you can borrow, because what Hoopla is for you library card holders is access to all of this material, but in the style of the library, being there is a limit to how much you can borrow per month, and there is a time limit on how long you can borrow it for. But it is also a great place to get access to things that, might otherwise cost money. We know some of these audiobooks, especially some of them that have to do with, teaching things, or some of these newer ones, some of these can be expensive and a necessity. So with this in your arsenal, I definitely recommend at the very least bookmarking this one, because it is a wealth of not only good content to watch and read and look at, but again, it's free. It's completely free to library card holders. So go out there and get your library card, and you can be in the in crowd with the cool kids and get access to all this cool content. So, with all that being said, I hope this has helped in any kind of way with any of your streaming decisions. We will be doing more videos on such things just like this, more sites, more free ways to get things like this software, all legally, but a lot of good stuff is out there for free. It's just they don't exactly want you to know about that. So, happy streaming, everybody. And have a great day.